At her husband's funeral, the woman suddenly noticed something strange. Her best friend was crying hysterically, even more devastated than she was as the actual wife. Her heart sank. She remembered when the three of them had dinner together. Her girlfriend would always steal glances, staring straight at her husband whenever she turned away. And her husband? His eyes darting around like he had something to hide. Something about this whole vibe felt off. The woman's mind started racing. Was there something going on between these two? But what really made her skin crawl was inside the hidden pocket of her husband's notebook, a photo of a little boy tucked away. The kid's features were practically a carbon copy of her husband. Just days after her husband was buried, Xiujin's phone started blowing up. Debt collectors from the bank called, saying her husband's credit cards were maxed out, demanding the family pay up immediately. Xiujin was completely blindsided. Her husband had a stable income. He didn't gamble or mess around. Where the hell did all that money go? Without a second thought, she rushed to the bank, trying to find some clues in the statements. But when Xiujin stared at that spending report, she was struck like lightning. All of her husband's massive transfers over the years had gone into an account for something called Whale Studio. Desperate to get to the truth, she immediately tracked down the studio's location online. When she opened up photos of the studio's interior, her breath stopped. A weird sense of deja vu washed over her. She frantically dug through her bag, shakily pulled out that photo of the child, then held it up to the screen to compare. The background and decor in the photo matched the studio environment perfectly. Xiujin's heart felt like it was being squeezed. Her body involuntarily staggered backward. She was starting to feel afraid, scared of uncovering the secret hidden behind that photo. But the more she wanted to run away, the stronger that urge to get to the bottom of it became. She steeled herself and headed to Whale Studio. But the second she carefully stepped through the doorway, the setup before her eyes made her head buzz. She felt like she'd been here before, but before she could make sense of that fuzzy thought, her girlfriend suddenly appeared from behind. This unexpected encounter left Xiujin frozen in place. She couldn't wrap her head around it. All those shady transfers from her husband had actually gone straight into her girlfriend's pocket. Even worse, her mother-in-law walked out of a room holding that little boy from the photo. Her husband cheated. Her best friend betrayed her. The last thread holding Xiujin together snapped. Suffocating pain crashed over her like a tidal wave. Just as Xiujin was about to have a complete mental breakdown, her mother-in-law sighed and played a video that had been sealed away for years. When she heard that achingly familiar voice, Xiujin's chaotic thoughts slowly began to settle. But when her eyes landed on the screen, those memories buried by time erupted like a flash flood, hitting the most vulnerable part of her soul like a sledgehammer. The next second her eyes rolled back and she passed out cold. On the way to the hospital in the ambulance, those memories she desperately tried to erase, like floodgates bursting open, violently washed through her consciousness, completely tearing open that wound deep in her heart she least wanted to face.